Good morning, gentlemen. Hope you are having an amazing Monday morning. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you just go ahead, drop the number one in the box, in the comment section below to let me know that you can. I greatly appreciate it. To get started here today, keep in mind that everything we look at is educational purposes only and nothing is to be advice or recommendations. And folks, if you like what you see, make sure you follow along with us on various social platforms. Here on YouTube, if that's where you're following us or watching, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified to all of the trainings and the videos that we put out. And then on all the various other social platforms, we've got all kinds of different content hitting up there. All right, morning. Good. I'm glad you can now be Jeff with the 2 and then the 3. There we go. Hey, good morning, Ed. How are you? Fred is in the house. All right. Don and Ops Trader, morning. There's a bunch of Paula, Jeff, Jose, Alan, Erica. Can't see what's above that. Evelyn, hey, Chris, morning. All right. So, guys, we've got a bunch, and I mean a bunch to get through today. We got 10 candidates I want to look at. So let's start off by taking a look at futures. All right. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. Here we go. Let's go look at the ES. So we're up 9 points right now in the ES. So nice little move. European run is where it all started, right? We had the drop to Europe, and then we picked it all back from there. So that's a pretty nice little move there. We look at YM, which is the down 24 points right now. We look at NQ. We've got 45 points. Twitter's in the house, baby. Big news on Twitter and today. So we'll talk about those. The RUT, RTY, we are up about 4.5 points. Then we go to Bitcoin. We're down to 46 in jingle right now. Sorry about that. 15 points down. If we look, see, we've had that steady push down and then that big up that came in on Thursday, little recovery on Friday, and we've kind of given it all back from where we were. So overall, not a big move down, but they have dropped a bit from where they were in their highs last week. Ethereum is now up 8 points. We look at gold. Gold's kind of dragging here on TradeStation. Let's see. Okay, what do we have? Okay, that finally gave me Ethereum. I think I need to restart the computer. Gold. Let's see. All right. Gold is up 15.5 points now. So it's had a really strong move so far today. That's just not, investors not believing the economy is as strong as people say. And then crude is back to the $2 and change to put us over 100. As I said, I believe, I feel 100 where we are going to settle right now through some of this, right? So what you do at this point is go ahead and drop in the candidates that you are not looking at, don't do that. Drop in the candidates that you traded last week. Let me know how trades wound up on Friday of the week. I want to go over the ones from last week that I did. Friday's a very busy day as far as my covered and diagonals. So I don't get a lot of the news types off normally. I did one, which was BBBY. So if we go back and take a look. So drop those trades in, folks. Remember, is caring, right? This is all building community. That's what this is. Let everybody see you made money, you lost money, broke even, paper, funded, doesn't matter, right? It's all about just sharing what you actually did do. So let's bring this up full screen and let's go to BY. And remember last week, BBBY, all based on the GME split announcement, right? So Bed Bath & Beyond. So we're looking at Friday on BBBY. That symbol there? Okay. So let's see. Here, let me go back here. And let's look at BBBY. Okay. So overall, we're down. We had a nice climb back up. We did make it down to about 1 and change. We were looking for a bull put spread on one. I did the spread, walked away. We need the stock above. I want stock above 24. I want stock above 24. All right. And where did we wind up? Yeah, I could not get the stock up high. So I looked at a diagonal spread on this one further out. I actually get filled. I put it in to get filled, did not get filled on as I'm looking at the notes. we wanted the stock above 24. What I was looking at doing was buying a long-term option on it, which I was looking to buy out at least 120. So I was buying out in plenty of open interest. I was buying out in August, the higher priced option. We were right around that 21, right? Decent spread. And then we were trying to sell last week's against it, and I couldn't pick up the premium on it. So I didn't get one of them off. I did a bunch of covered calls last week, so they worked out. But Friday is usually my covered call day. So let's see what you guys put in there. So John's SPY put up 78%. Very nice. SPX beat bull put spread 50 cents. The bear call spread 50 cents. All from Brand. There you go, John. Yeah, he's doing well. Erica, 35% on Amazon. Lost $3.90 on SPY. Okay, there you go. Frankie said there was no bueno, down 29%. Paula, small loss on the SPY. Said got stopped out on the SPY and use AMAT 84%. Nice. Alan said position in the chair. There you go, Alan. There are days like that it's better off to just sit back, watch, and not do anything based on what you're trying to accomplish. All right. For me, I normally carry 15, 18 open, covered, diagonal spreads, naked puts. So Fridays are very much managing that for me. And then I don't do a whole lot in the afternoon on Fridays normally, personally. So there we go. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. Now we have a bunch. We've got a bunch, 10 candidates on our list today. I go ahead and put them into a watch list on Omega charts. The very first one up is Alibaba. Now they're up $4.31. This is all the China easing restrictions, sharing information. All of that is coming out. We've got candidates on our list from them today. So on Alibaba right now, we are at 15. So we're still right below that 116 level. So we need this to get above 116. And then we would be looking at a bull put spread below 150. But we're bumping our head on right now. We're right at the 115.93 level. So I'd be a little cautious on Alibaba. Right, BAX, they got a downgrade from Goldman Sachs. Right, so earnings are out a little bit. They pushed near the 8 on Friday. They're down dollars. Right about $2, 70.5 right now. So we can look at this is a channel that I've got set up on here. Let's see. Yeah, the channel's worked well. It's going to be violated. So we'll work off the channel. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 79. We're going to look at above 80. So we're going to do the spread above 80. 79 is still below that level, and I don't want to be there on BAX. All right. JD. Right. All on the news. Now, JD is up $3.25 right now, but note what's going on here. We've had Bob, JD, NTES on our list. We've had them on our list many times now, right? All of it is based on what China is saying. Well, guess what? The news doesn't matter of talking about it. We're thinking about it. We're closer to it might happen. The U.S. has made a decision. We're going to delist you. Don't get access to your records. And until this happens, you see, I believe, a true run from the news. It's just not strong enough yet at the point because they're all rumors, and China has proven historically that we cannot always believe what it is that they say. So with that being said, now we're at 62.25. So look, where are we? Hey, baby, you've got 62.17 and the 21 moving average right there. We're going to wait on AD. Right? I just do not see a compelling reason to say, oh, I want to take it. We're in a true bear box at this point. So we're going to OMB. JP Morgan, JP Morgan downgraded by Wells Fargo. I don't normally track what they downgrade, but we're getting the banking brokerage arena with a downgrade. And they also downgraded Goldman Sachs. And it was price. They downgraded them by price, right? Their price targets is what downgraded. Goldman hasn't been affected by it. But you don't see a lot of times the banking companies, the bridge firms going after each other, right? Because if I down you, you could downgrade me. When Goldman Sachs, big fish in the pond, Wells little fish in the pond, especially sold a lot of their U.S. banking off to Citizens Bank, right, this year. So it just well, they did it last year, it just closed it. So Sachs could crush, right, a Wells Fargo, but they did downgrade them on J.P. Morgan this morning, and on P right now they're down. That's only 8 cents. So again, I don't normally track these guys as far as companies, the Wells Fargo, I mean, right? But with that down 89 cents, 134, we could look at a bear call spread above 140. And here's the thing, we're already in a bearish buy. Their downgrade could only just fuel to the fire, but they're not the reason that it's driving to the side. They're just the next news story that's out, right? Then we have, these guys have been on our list multiple times in the last couple of weeks. So you can see the overall move. Got an upgrade by UBS. Now, again, UBS, they're kind of on my list. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But they're getting a lot of traction right now with new arena they put in Elmont, New York for the old Coliseum, right? To replace with this play where concerts happen. That UBS sign massive, and it's right on a highway. So tens of thousands of people are driving past that sign today. So I think that they paid for that was brilliant, in my opinion, where it's located. That sucker's facing the Southern State Parkway, right there. You can't miss driving around, especially with traffic in rush hour. It's built-in billboard for them. So I think they're getting a little more traction because of that. With that being said, NEO, with the grade, they are at 23.27 right now. So they got up that 23. I'm going to look at a naked put below 19, right? And if we look here, I don't know what it's paying. Let's see. Let's try to fix this. It's way too wide. There we go. So below 19, we're looking at 25 cents. It gives me a 13. You could push to 20 and a half if you wanted to, because my delta, my delta is 18. But you'd pick up another dime for that. I think I would stay with 20 because of the support level, right? 1942. I think I would stay down there instead. Okay. So we're looking at the naked put below 19, right? All right. That's NEO. NTES. All right, a couple more. You drop some trades there. Let's see. Paula said small loss on high. Chris said stop down on the Qs. And AMAT was 84%. We did Allen's position in the chair. I guess that's where we left off, right? So Evelyn said small loss on high. Only one trade was Evelyn. That's okay, all right? Lost 17 cents. Delta Airlines was Robert. SPX $1.15 profit. Nice. That makes up for it. Jimmy out, did good on the SPX, was Don and Chris. And then Ed's not trading on Friday, power outage. I love that, right, Ed? I've got an uninterruptible power supply, which doesn't help any when the cable goes out, right? So, wait a second. Down trees, and all of a sudden I got nothing, and I got no internet as to why, right? I can run off HubSpot, but nah. Better off to just walk away on those days. All right, next is NTES, which is China play. They already had a nice gap up on Friday. NTES is up another $3.18 right now, puts them right at 99. So we need a 100-point in here. So let's go and add that right away. So I just drop a line on the chart. Really doesn't matter where. I go over to a 100 price point. I change the line to a dash dot, and I go to that dark red-brown color. That's my signal of 100-point level. We're at 99. So look where we are, guys, between that 98.60 and the 99. I'm not excited about this one. I'm going to wait. I am going to wait on this one. Just a little scary with how we're paying between those two key levels. Starbucks. The new CEO said they're doing the share buyback, and they're doing it so they can make investments and others in the company. I call yes on that. Sorry. I think there's fear of what the government's going to do, where the CEOs cannot trade their own shares because of share buybacks. It's kind of considered might have inside information. I call BS. I think they're afraid of what Biden's going to do, so they're backing away with this right now. Not for the company stock, never is when you suspend share buybacks. However you word it, doesn't matter. When you tell me you stop buying back your own shares, well, I think your shares are overvalued. You're not buying them. That's exactly what you're doing and throwing out there in the marketplace. Starbucks around $3.45. Right now puts them at $88. So where are we? 87.26. Ooh, okay, I like it. 87 and 4. 4.37. Okay, so we need to add a negative 236 in here. I mean, a negative 118 here. All right. Negative 136. I'm mixing both my numbers up. On the top side, 94. No, we don't need the top one, right? We don't need the top. So if we're sitting right now at 88, we're right here. So we're going to look at a call spread above 91. Now, guys, a minute here, so I want to talk a little bit about this. So if we go over and take a look at the intraday chart, and I'm going to use the one with our market data showing on it, all right? So basically, if you go ahead and highlight Friday's close, right? And if we assume that where we are right now, and that's just because we're doing the example right now. If this is open, so the top line is our close on Friday, the bottom line is our open. So we're looking at 91, $3.25 we'll call, right? So it's got about $3.20 move on Starbucks to the down. When you look at gaps, you look at trading gaps, it's important to understand how gaps on a particular at a certain price range on a certain day of the week, where up or down, all of those make a difference on how that stock is going to react today to that news, right? Basically, what's happening with Starbucks, this gap historically for the last 2 years at this price level has not filled its gap. It hasn't worked well on Monday. It hasn't worked well on any day, but Monday, since we're here, it hasn't worked well. We've had a gap down or a gap up on Monday for the gap filling. What does that mean? It's called an open window, right? You don't want to leave your window open. You make sure to close that window, go to bed, right? Well, windows, when it comes to candlesticks, is a gap. Don't like gaps. In candlesticks, that gap needs to be filled or closed, which the stock moves back up to. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It certainly does. It just is a high probability that it happens today. Now, could news come out on the stock and the market and just drive everything up? Of course. But historically, there's been an extreme low opportunity chance this gap will fill today. So things I look at every day, again, we don't talk about them here because I don't have time to teach this every day because there's always someone new in the room that's not seen this before. So based on the move of what's going on, I look at all stocks. I will be looking at these for gaps. Every stock we have here is a potential gap fill for me, right? Not only a gap fill, we got a half gap fill, and we got even an extension that goes beyond that to tell me what's the odds that it goes beyond. In other words, it dropped $3 on the news. What's the chance it goes not only the $3 back, but more, right? Tell you what that percentage is as well. Move up to 1.272. So further on than where our close price was on Friday, right? And based on that, will tell me if I'm out of the stock at half gap fill, at a full gap fill, at more than that. Am I scout? Am I getting out of the whole thing at once? All based on what I see in about the stock statistically, what I'm doing there, all right? So, and the reason I'm saying and even sharing it now, because again, you won't see this after next week, me talking any about this, is I've got 2 classes coming up on, they're both free, right? It's the same class. One is this week, it's Thursday, at noon. And then there's one next week, one night, 8 p.m. So Sean has dropped the links into those. So go ahead, guys, and grab those links of what you want, click on that and go register for it, guys. Do not be disappointed. You're going to learn exactly how you want to see gaps statistically move and know, is this a good gap or not, right? So go ahead and do that. So Starbucks has very little chance today of filling that at all. All right. And with that, while you're registering for the gaps class, go ahead and drop in the stocks you want me to take a look at, because I only have 3 left right now. All right. Tesla. I'm going to skip Tesla. I'm going to go to Twitter. All right. We'll come back to Tesla. So Twitter, they're up $8.14 right now. Puts them at 47.47. Woo! Oh, baby. Look at that. Talk about in your head on ugly, right? We're hitting right up at resistance. It did get a little higher than that, by the way, this morning. Why are they up right now? Twitter is up right now because Elon Musk, 9-point-something% stake in Twitter, which he claimed to be a passive stake. This is Elon Musk. It is not going to work, right? Will he have any control on the board because of it? Probably not. But keep in mind, almost one out of every 10 in Twitter, he owns. So, and that has something to do with, you're not going to block my account like you did President Trump? I don't know. But based on this, we see a nice move in Twitter today that investment was. So, Twitter a lot. We're going to be looking at a bull put spread below 41, right? Again, a lot. I think Twitter's a good company. So, potential-wise. All right. So then I skip Tesla. Tesla was up today also, but I want to talk about Twitter first. So we'll get to Tesla now. They're up $3.81. That's down where they were, because they were up a bit higher than that earlier. Oh, that move drove them up, and they've been down now since I looked at, which was closer to here, right? That clock time frame. Down, 10, 12 points or so from where they were. So they've had a drop. They were on their highs, and they're sitting right now at 1089. So they're still below that 1100 level. Is part of what Musk, what's going on? Yes, that's part of it. But Tesla has record deliveries of vehicles this quarter. So that's a big piece of the puzzle right now, is all the amount of cars that they've delivered. Did the Twitter news help or hurt? Yes, it helped. And there's concern, and there's where the hurt comes in. There's concern of, okay, now that Elon Musk is part of a information dissemination company, right? A social media platform that you can get word out to a lot of people at once. Is the government going to look unfavorably on him when it comes to sex for contracts? Are they going to go after Tesla not being union and things? Are they going to punish him in other areas for it? Legally, they're not supposed to. But if I don't like you, right, to find a reason to do something to you, the government politicians can become vindictive when need be, right? So there's caution what's going on with Tesla because of that, right? So right now, as we look at Tesla, if I can get a bull put spread below 1060, that would be awesome. I just don't know how much we're going to get. Let's put all our strikes up there. Ooh, a lot of strikes. So we're at $5 increments. So we've got okay, that's nice. We've got a 21 delta on the 1015. And what are we looking at there? 75, maybe 80 cents. Right? If we look at, we said below 10. So we're looking for the 1015s, 1010s. 1510. We're looking at $1.13 credit right now on the 10-15-10 bull put spread. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Okay. So there's still plenty of premium out. You have a $5 increment on Tesla at that point. So that's only negative for me. Right. Then the last one is XPEV. right? And they had earnings out right now. XPEV. Let me just this puppy back over to a not a vertical. XPEV is up $1.50 at $30.71. So they just got above that level. Guys, we're too close. I mean, we're talking cents, 30 cents above our resistance. We're way too close. We want to take a credit spread at that point, just down below that $30, because we could easily pull back to where we were. I just don't believe to get any credit. We're not. On its fives, we're just not. So I'm going to wait on this one. Right? And I'm just going to pass. All right, let's see what candidates you guys came up. Paul had Twitter in there, so we already covered that. Paul, John said the SPX tested. So let me pull SPX in. The SPX test 45, 47, 82, which was right here, the purple line. For the long, nice confluence of the 8 EMA, or could rate SPY off the same levels. So yes, John, absolutely. So in an ideal world, looking for, do you have enough room to the downside if it starts to fail? Yes, you do. You 100-point level at that 4,500. So you definitely have the opportunity down to the 45. In an ideal world, I'd want us to get above the purple line, right? That 618 level, get above retest and bounce would be the great opportunity, looking at pushing that up to the 4,600 level, right? So 45 is your support, 46 is resistance, all happening off of the 45, 46-ish level, right? So, and I would be using SPY personally, unless you're doing the credit spreads, but that's just a whole different analysis you're doing for the spreads. Good analysis there, John. I like what you're thinking. Right, it's asking for GSX. It was GSX. Yep. Let's try GSX. I don't have a GSX here. Right? Let me see on TradeStation. GSX. Oh, tell me incorrect symbol. So take a look at that one. Let me know what you got there, Robert. And then ANTM. So ANTM, let's see where they are market. ANTM. So I'm not getting print on them right now. They do have weekly options available, which is good. High stock earnings are a little bit tight for me, Robert, so be cautious about that. If it's a day trade, you're fine. So, I mean, I like the uptrend that we've had on here. This is one that's been on my list for a while. You can see where we drew the line. But we've moved very nicely within that. And we just got above. We've been there before. And that's it, right? We've at these levels-ish. What I mean by that is you can see right off of these tops, we've popped in there before. So can we get a pop and a move up and get us into about that 515-ish level? Yes, Robert. I would just like to test near that 8, puts me at about 490 first. So you got a little bit to go there on that. All right. And Robert was looking for calls on ANTM. I just saw that one, Robert, a little further down. And then it was CSX is the other one that he was looking at. Let's see, CSX, where they market. Big move. No worries, Robert. Big move on Friday to the side. Yowza. And I did puts on this one, right? Puts on GS. Okay. Yeah, so I'm big, Robert. Let's see. It's up 4 cents right now. I don't have a lot. What's a compelling reason for it to go down, right? Bad news, I get Friday. I just don't have a lot of a level of resistance level anywhere near this to fall off of. That's giving me some fuzzies after that huge move down on Friday. Although it's only $2, it's huge for this company. So you could put or a spread above the above the 36.35 level. So I just don't have anything good to bounce off of unless you can get back to maybe the 21. But that still puts me 36 4, I would consider that to be a fail off of resistance. And you got about $1.50, $1.25 to the downside. So I hope that helps. Let me know, Robert, comments below. Chris is saying Apple possible call from the push for the 174 and the 8 May. Apple. Let's go back. Let me change over watch lists here. I should have done that already. So I can see where my Fibbits are is when I'm looking at 8:30. All right. So now we're going to look at what Apple is doing in the pre-market. And they're down a penny. Ooh, a whole penny. Interesting. So could we get, what were you looking at, Chris? Possible call from the push 174 and the 80 MA. Okay. So we've got that 172 there. 174 gives us the 8. 173.72 is the exact level of it, but right about 174, which I always round. So yes, you just don't have a lot of room to the upside. You're not in the middle, Chris, with the 8 of big lines, but you're not that far from it. So a little caution there, but yeah, could. I just don't know if we've got a strong enough move yet on NASDAQ/Apple. Views are up 72 cents, so I guess we're decent there. If we go back, NASDAQ is up 28, so it's just continuing its slide right now. So, yep, I'm potentially on it, Chris. It's just a so just be careful from that respect. All right. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments. SPY is asking for. So SPY now is up 18 cents, which puts us at 453. So 453.14. So we're right at that level. Paul, I'd love to see us get above there, maybe to around 454, rest and bounce, and there would be a potential entry. Right, this is a little too early for me because we could drop rest the 8 and fail, and you've got room down to 447. Either works. It's just a matter of that direction of the market. Right. So I hope that Paul, let me know down below. Let's see. Tripp said, "What do you think about Micron post earnings?" Let's put it in there. Let's put it in here. And so they're up 29 cents right now. Earnings are out. Came out here. What do you think about MU's earnings closed at 76? Okay. So, and right now in pre-market up to 76.40, so about 76 and a half. I mean, overall, it's a strip, right? So I would look for the push back to the 8 and the fail. My trade to this would be down. But yeah, if I can get the move up and fail, I mean, it was wonderful the way we opened up Friday, Trip, right? You got a whole ping pong one day between the 441 and the 78.17 level. Absolutely. I love the move that it did. But for me to take another attempt, I'd want that 78.17 again. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Derek said similar FTX setup for QQQ and SPY. So we did SPY already, Derek. So let's see. On Qs right now, we're 362.70. We're up 85 cents. 62.70. So we're just above that. So Derek, I like where it's at. If we get the move 362.70, I'm okay with this. If we opened here, give me a wick that pulls back a little bit. Ounces, yes. Brown on rice, all over it. You've got the room up to about 68.80 low to the upside. So there is some potential for sure Qs. I love where it's at. I like when we're near the 50 to 618. They are very active level that traders focus very heavily on. So based on that, there's opportunity to decent move on this. 62 to 68, you've got a 6.5 move inside of there. Right? Move up, pull, retest, bounce, and we're good. Let's see. Paul said Hertz, HTZ. And the other one there is Croc. HTZ is a brand new company. I don't have a whole lot of thing to give you on it, Paul. Side of I've got this move down here, right, on my fibs. So pressing up at that 618, we failed off of it. Retested 2140. Drop down to 2035. It's only about $1. Cox They got a downgrade today. They were on the list until they only have a monthly option, right? So let's see. Let me just say our pre-market just to get a gauge. So they're down $2 right now, 73.60. So you can look at the bear call spread above 77. You've got 10 days, so you're going to go with it for, but which is okay. So Trip said that I made a few bucks on Friday. Paul, I'm sorry. I hope that helps. Trip said, thanks. I made a few bucks Friday off the drop. I was wondering if I should press my luck. And again, press my luck. My wife watched a game show like that. Press your luck. Yeah, so there you go, Trip. You've got some deals on it of what we're looking for. So drop those links back in there again if you would. Paul, you're quite welcome. Guys, do not miss on registering for that gap, the Trading the Gap class, using the statistics to help you understand how things actually work in the gaps market. Only way to do it, folks, is the way I'm there with you, because anybody that just says most tend to fill, well, okay, I guess. Most people are never going to get shot. Somebody will sooner or later, right? That I don't want to be the one getting shot in the market, right? So you understand what you're looking to do before you go after it. All the stocks we've got today, I already have analyzed every one of them this morning, and I know exactly which one I'm going to be looking at when the market opens for the gap fills. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it, and remember, you're just one trade away. Folks, I will see you back here tomorrow at our next update. Bye for now.